Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fester's Quest for the NES Let's Play / Walkthrough Part 2. I'm Menhauser, I'll be your host. We left off where we last ended. That is headed to the second boss. So you're going to go down this pathway and you're going to go to south here. And watch out, there's going to be a little underground guy pop up, I believe. Nope, just red guys this time. No underground guy. So in this video, we will be covering the second boss, the third boss, and getting the missiles. So you take that stairway to the underground area, and you go up here, go left to this little guy, go up past that little cesspool of water, and to the left again. Now the second boss, he's a little bit different. My tactic was a little bit different than the first one. He's harder to avoid. His hits kind of hit you every time, and I couldn't find a way to get past them or dodge them. So you're also going to be getting the whip in this video, and that's the key to getting the second boss. Don't try to use your gun because he won't die. Relax. Pick up that there. Not supposed to pick up downgrades, even though you don't have the whip yet. Just get used to not picking those up. So you're going through this little underground sewer area. Apparently the rats are evil too, and they were when the aliens came, they were turned evil or something. Anyways, you go up here, and this is where you get the whip. And the whip is the strongest weapon in the game. It has 4 upgrades. The gun has 8. So you're going to see Morticia gives you the whip. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. I wish it was Morticia. But start off with 1, so you have 3. You're going to see it cut out. Here, I got fully upgraded because I'll show you the area I farmed for those whip upgrades at, but I didn't want to put all that farming in there. But the whip kills everything in about 1 hit. So there's some things it takes less, but boom, look, they're dead. But the bad thing about the whip that you have to understand is that the whip will pick up items. You know, the gun shoots items and you can avoid them. You see them on the ground, you can avoid them. But the whip will actually pick up items. And sometimes you can pick up downgrades for your gun, and that's a bad thing because you don't want to downgrade your gun. You use that a lot in this game. See, it just picked up that item there, that thing dropped. It picked up that key, that dropped. And then I just skip him. I think the best strategy in this game is to just avoid if you can. And you go up here and you go down this little staircase right here, and you're almost to the second boss. I believe this, I call this boss on my paper the whip alien. It just has whips. The first one had like long arms, and I don't know. So I'm just gonna call him the whip alien. Sometimes you can do what I just did there too. Is if you're afraid of dying, just go into a stair area and come back, and the enemies will respawn differently sometimes. This little pathway isn't that hard. You just gotta get past these guys. Another thing too that was mentioned in the Angry Video Games nerd review for this game is how the weapons won't hit the enemies. Like they get cut off. The gun gets cut off by the walls. It's really annoying. Here is the area I farm at, and this is where I got all my whip power-ups. There's usually a lot of green blobs here, but there wasn't the time I walked through. But that's the area after you get the whip where you should go to farm for whip upgrades. And yeah, the gun, it just, if you're using it in tight space like these little areas, it just gets cut off by the walls, and it's really annoying. I don't know what they were thinking. Like maybe they just thought you have to have the fully upgraded gun to get through certain areas, but it's just really annoying. This is another annoying thing too. Like these things will just continuously respawn unless you break their pattern. And the only way I found to break their pattern is to drop TNT. And you just gotta know, you gotta keep pushing forward, drop a TNT, and sometimes that breaks their pattern. They're really annoying. Seems like they would respawn forever. Okay, I think we're gonna be at the second boss here. Yeah, my tactic for this one is to use the whip. It's the strongest weapon, and also use my invisible potions up. And as soon as one of my invisible potions dies out, you'll see them stop blinking, and then I'll use another one. You go in this first person area, just follow this little pattern, and voila, you're there. Okay, I'm going to use my invisible potions just try to chain on. You can't see me here because I use the potions, but I use a potion there to fill up my health, and then I'm just going to use invincible potion after invincible potion, just to go at him like crazy. And then after that, it's just sort of like a free-for-all, and hopefully you get enough hits to kill him. Now, if you have a fully upgraded whip, you should. It's strong enough to kill this guy. But if you use a gun, fully upgraded gun won't do it, and it's just, you have to learn that. The whip is the only way to do it. It only took me like 2 or 3 potions there, so it's obviously not that hard if you know what you're doing. Okay, in the next section you're going to be getting the missiles. So you just go through this staircase, and after you kill each boss too, they added a nice little feature. They replenish all your items, which is cool. I mean, it's almost like if they hadn't added that in, this game would have been like horrendous. So it's like, it's a pretty cool little feature. Here you just go straight through. These little things slow you too, and then they turn into this shit. It's like, I don't know what the aliens were on when they came to Earth, but they had some weird shit going on. They got headless dudes with larvae bugs living in them that slow you. They got green bubbles to attack you. They got frogs with, and then they got huge spiders. They got frogs with like mile-long tongues. It's weird. Alright, and then this is where you get the missiles. Missiles don't come in handy to me, but for the last boss, the final boss, I guess you can call it the mothership alien. Here you'll see a little Sunsoft banner. It's kind of neat. It says Sun Club. I think that says BTB team. I don't know what that is. It'd be interesting if somebody could tell me what that is. Or UTV team? Oh, it says team. Here, it's been like 20 minutes trying to get past this one guy when I could just switch to my gun. Kill him right away. Okay, you go down here, you go through that little jagged section. So we switch back and forth from the whip because the whip has its ups and so does the gun. The whip can kill things in a small area. The gun really, sometimes it can't even get like an enemy that's right next to you. It's really annoying. Use a vice grip there and free yourself. Now that you've got the missiles, you're going to go fight the third boss, which is the Night Alien. Now there's a trick to fighting this boss. You use the whip. You have to use the whip. It's actually, you don't have to, but I prefer to use it. There's a certain spot that you can only hit on him, and you can't avoid his hits. You just basically have to learn how to hide from his hits and then come in and hit him. It's like a dodge and attack sort of thing. So you wait for your timing, and if you take your time, just like you do on most of these bosses, you know, or well, if you take your time just like you do on the fourth boss, you'll be alright. But if you get in a hurry and you start rushing things, you'll lose your health. But this is the building to the fourth boss, I believe. Yes. You equip the key, and you go in, you go all the way down to the end, and you turn left, and then you go all the way down to the end, and you turn left, and then you go all the way down to the end, and you turn right. And this is the shield gunner, I think, or shield guy. But I make sure I have my invisibility potions in case I need them. And here you go. I'll show you what to do. Okay? Use an invincible potion. Try to get as many hits as I can on him here. This is not the perfect technique, but I'm just trying to get as many hits on him as I can. I'm not hitting him at all. I think I give up on this technique and go back to what I originally had. Huh. Or I'll just, I think I invincible potion him, I'm not sure. I might just use my invincible potions until they're gone and try to get as many hits on them as I can. Try to do as much damage so you don't have to do a lot of the dodging that I was talking about. Okay, now I'm out of potions, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for him to attack. And I'm going to... Oh, well, actually, I didn't even do what I did on the other one. I just sort of invincible potioned him. Which works too, I guess, but you had to use all of them. And it can be tricky if you don't get your hits off. So, the other tactic would be to hide from his hits. come back in, hit him when he's not attacking, and go back and hide. This next section looks kind of weird to me. It looks like I don't know, you can't get through those 2 bushes. Fat Fester can't fit through 2 bushes, really weird. Okay, now you're gonna use a bulb, which I wonder sometimes how he lights up the rooms, if he puts a bulb in his mouth or something and just lights the room up. Weird. But the next part of my video, I'm just going to be fighting the 4th boss, which is the most hard boss, but I'm gonna have to cut that halfway through because I don't want to go over the time limit. I didn't want to make 5 videos out of this walkthrough, so I just had to make 4. So you go through there, that little underground section. These holes in the ground are actually stairwells, basically. And you'll use the bulb here, and you'll go north. I think the funnest part of this game, though, is the spaceship. It's actually kind of like entertaining to try and make your way through it without dying. When I get to that, you'll see, but you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of new enemies they didn't add at all until the end. The spaceship boss isn't that hard in itself, but the spaceship is kind of fun. This area is crazy. I swear to God, these things will respawn over and over again until you're dead. I'm just sitting here, and then I use the TNT to break their pattern. I'm not sure if it works, but I try. Probably lose some health here. Yeah, lose 1. You drop TNT if they get too close on your tail. I almost died. This is a fucking hard section. These things are dumb as crap. I hate those things. And then you go down, up, and then there's a stairwell, I think. Yes. And you are on to the 4th boss. You've already fought 3 of the bosses, and shown that they're not really that hard. Now this is the guy where the first challenge comes in. Okay. There's a key here. And this maze is kind of hard too. Okay. Let's see if we can follow this. I think I had my friend do this for me. Because I can't do it sometimes, I get pissed off. If you can follow this, he does it I think he does it in 1 try, but I can't even do it. To me it just looks like a bunch of weird walls. It's hard to see. I don't know. I don't get it. There you go. Alright, now the tactic for this guy is to weave back and forth from his shots, because you can't hit him, and you have to use the gun to get a hit on him. You'll see what I mean. This is a challenging boss if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. It looks like a mutilated bird too. It looks like. You'll see me use my invincible potions up first too, just chaining on them. So I want to get as much hits as I can on them. Just want to get as many times as much damage as I can done on them. That way I don't have to do what I do for as long as I do, but you still have to do it for a while. Even with all these hits I get on them. You still have to walk back and forth. I'm going to have to cut this battle short because of the video length, but if you like these videos and these walkthroughs, please subscribe. I said that in my last video. The first video is an intro, it tells you more about the game system and everything too. So if you want to know more about what's going on, just go check out the first video. Here you'll see what the tactic is. It's like you go left, come to the right, and you shoot. You go left, 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 right, go out as far as you can, and try to get a shot off. So do this over and over again until he's dead. First, after you use all your invincible potions. Anyways, I was saying, comment, subscribe, so you get 1 hit on them every now and then. Comment, subscribe, like, do what you can to help me out. I appreciate anybody who's viewing this to actually view the video, because I just thought it'd be neat to put the videos up on and talk a little bit, because I play these games anyways, so I might as well just put them up and record it while I'm doing it. So there you go. I'll be back after this short intermission. But I'm going to continue doing this, and we'll pick up on the next video.